The historic Griffith Morgan House in Pennsauken, located on Griffith Morgan Lane off of River Road in Delaware, will now be open to the public for regular hours for the first time ever. The new plan calls for the house to be open every first Sunday of the month, March to November, from 1 to 4 p.m. This policy will allow reliable access for families and local history buffs to visit the old house, take a tour, visit the museum, enjoy current displays of local history, and consult the books, media, maps, and other materials of the Griffith Morgan House Library and Archives.
Cub Scout Pack 116 and Boy Scout Troop 118 are still welcoming new members. The Cub Scout Pack meets the first and third Fridays at Martin Luther School on Route 130 and Terrace Avenue at 7 p.m., and the Boy Scout Troop meets every Monday from 7 to 8:30 p.m. at the Grace Episcopal Church on Maple Avenue. Anyone interested in getting more information should contact PensaukenScouts@gmail.com.
Next, the Spotlight Moment, where we highlight people and organizations making a difference in our community. This Spotlight Moment shines on the recent events hosted by Pennsauken Township, including Pensauken's annual Car and Bike Show, which brought out a record number of visitors. first annual Harvest Festival, a family-friendly event that shared the cultural diversity as well as many clubs, organizations, and businesses in and around our fair town.
The October public meetings are as follows. The Township Committee meeting will be held on Wednesday, October 22nd. The Zoning Board of Adjustment will meet on Wednesday, October 28th at 7 p.m., and all meetings are held at the Pennsauken Municipal Building located at 5605 North Crescent Boulevard and are open to the public.
If you have a question about collecting sports memorabilia, Pennsauken resident Ron Biddle would have an answer. Biddle, who has lived in the Meadowbrook section of Pennsauken for over 20 years, is an avid sports memorabilia collector. In fact, Biddle's basement holds a display of over 3,000 figurines, signed baseball bats, and more.
Recently, Cooper physicians and staff provided critical medical exams for Pennsauken Township first responders as part of a joint venture between Cooper University Healthcare and the Camden County Fire Department personnel. These first responders received complete physicals with laboratory tests, EKGs, pulmonary screening, and physical assessments. This program is designed to keep our first responders safe so they can in turn help our residents keep safe.
If you look at and kind of summarize what Lou just spoke about, and you look at your own a human's reluctance to go see a physician on a regular basis, and you take my situation of a few months ago and hadn't been to see a family physician in the better part of 3 years for no other reason other than reluctance and apathy, and you wake up one night in the middle of the night with an issue that changes your life. So the importance of this program is it will alert some of our members to things they did not know about with their medical situation, and hopefully get them on the road to treatment. And the work of Lieutenant White and Administrator Grahusky on the working group with the county and Cooper to put this program together was definitely beneficial to every one of us in the room. And even though this is a small fraction of our 80+ members of the department here today, this makes up basically the balance of the membership that we're looking to put through the screening process. So the budget funding that the Township Committee approved for this program has paid off tenfold already, with one of our own 23-year member of the department having discovered, unbeknownst to him, that he had 2 medical conditions that put him in the hospital for a couple days immediately following his screening just a few weeks ago. And he's attributing that to saving his life. So we appreciate the work of Cooper, the county freeholders, the Township Committee, again, Lieutenant White, Administrator Husky, for sitting on the working group with the people from the county to put this together for us, and we're extremely grateful.
Thank you. So before I introduce Field Director Capelli, let me take a minute and ask Dr. Dan Hyman to come forward. Dr. Hyman is a primary care physician at Cooper in internal medicine, runs our division of internal medicine, and is in a significant leadership position in our Adult Health Institute. But he's the guy who really he and Dr. Hyman's team really deliver the care to the folks. And I want to give you a little perspective on exactly what the program entails from a clinical perspective, and ask Dr. Hyman to make a few comments. Dan?
Thank you, Luke. And as Lou said, I'm medical director for the program, and I've met several of you already, which has been our privilege. And the doctors in our group are really excited to do this, and we've had many people volunteer to get involved in this. And the program, from our initiation at Collingswood, was 18 members, and we will be upward of 70 members, and we're looking forward to seeing a big percentage of the 2,800 first responders here in Camden County. And as many of you know, we're doing full physicals, laboratory studies, EKG on everybody who comes through. And we'll have the results with the physical. I'll do the exam, and we'll counsel. We'll discuss results. We'll go over them right away and refer you appropriately, whether it's back to your primary care doctor or otherwise. And our goal really is to find health conditions that are not only routine but also life-threatening, and hopefully decrease that 44%, as Lou said, of people who die while on duty from cardiovascular disease. And again, we're very privileged to be part of this, and very proud to take part. Thank you.
So none of this would be possible without the support of the Camden County Board of Freeholders. It was their foresight and their willingness to engage with Cooper that brings this program to fruition. Their tenacity in working through all the logistics of putting this together, the folks that were involved can speak to how long it took us to work through a lot of regulatory issues and logistical issues and such, not to mention the effort that the county put forward to bring the chiefs together and engage them in the process that brought us this program. So we're very appreciative of the partnership. Again, I think it really embodies what we're going to see in the future, which is more engagement between healthcare providers and community resources, because that really is the future of medicine as we look at preventive measures. But let me ask Fielder Louis Capelli to come forward and say a few words. Fielder?
Thanks, Lou. Good morning, everyone. And I just too want to thank Cooper for their partnership. It's a very unique program that's being offered in the state of New Jersey, and we've had people work very hard in Camden County to get this done. I see Gina Santor in the back from the county who worked hard on this and is working with fire and a lot of different shared service arrangements. And Cooper stepped up to make this happen. And your governing body as well, Ed, your governing body, one of the more progressive thinking governing bodies in Camden County is right here in Pennsauken. And because of that, this program, which benefits you, is happening. We're very proud to be a part of it. I encourage you to ask some of the other fire departments throughout the county to begin participating. So far, it's been Collingswood and Pennsauken, but the results of this program have been immediate, as you heard earlier. So it's a real benefit to the firefighters, and we encourage all of you to participate and to spread the word about this program. Thanks.
So that's really what we have to say here this morning. I don't know if anybody has any questions, we'll be happy to answer them. Dr. Hyman is here to answer any technical questions. So we open up to the floor. And if not, we'll wish you well and let Nurse Nancy and her team do some work here this morning. Actually, let's have a nice round of applause for Nancy.
Recently, members of the community and local business owners hit the links to help raise funds that will assist their neighbors in need during the 7th annual Pennsauken Neighbors Helping Neighbors Golf Classic. Pennsauken Neighbors Helping Neighbors is a nonprofit that offers one-time only grants payable directly to a service provider for repairs, services, purchases, or arrear accounts. Funds raised at this event go directly to Pennsauken residents in need of a helping hand.
And now we take you to Billy Wright, Pennsauken High School's athletic director, for your sports update.
Hello, Billy Wright, Pennsauken High School Athletic Director here with your Big Red Sports Update. At the start of each season, Pennsauken High School coaches set goals that always include qualifying for the NJSI State Tournament. Qualifying is through one of two means, as teams with a 50% record at the cutoff date automatically qualify. Teams can also qualify by having a less than 50% win-loss record, but are seeded in the top 16 by power points. Football only qualifies the top 8 PowerPoint teams in each sectional, and all cross-country runners and teams participate in the sectionals, with the top 4 teams and 10 individuals qualifying for the states. After 5 weeks of competition, field hockey and girls volleyball look like qualifiers, but football, unfortunately, has been eliminated and must settle for a consolation game against an opponent who also has not qualified. Field hockey stands at 4-7-2 and is seeded 6th, with probably only 8 to qualify. It may appear puzzling that a team with only 4 wins and 7 losses would qualify for the state tournament, but in the case of Pennsauken, the tough schedule played includes contests against several highly ranked teams. A loss to a powerful program actually carries more power points than a win over a lesser skilled opponent. Go figure that out. Girls volleyball is in at the 500 mark with a 9-9 record and sitting 32nd in a field of probably 32. Both Indian soccer teams have fought hard, but in a conference that is heavy in soccer powerhouses, both will unfortunately not qualify. The two teams will still have as their goal a season-ending victory over Camden Catholic in the annual Ruddero Cup. Pennsauken High School Athletic Department has posted a new bulletin board in the sports hallway that will be used to recognize the male and female Athlete of the Month. The 24 8-inch by 10-inch frames will host color pictures of each month's honorees. Nominations are presented by the coaches, and a committee of 5 votes for each month's winner. Every week, an Athlete of the Week certificate is also issued for the breakout athlete from each team. The September honorees are Athlete of the Month are soccer standouts Ajani Makiti and Justin Hernandez. Ajani leads the girls' team in scoring, including 3 game-winning goals. Justin has been a force in the center of the defense for the boys and serves as a leader on the field and as a model for teammates for his hard work in practice. Could this be the year when a Pennsauken High School female cross-country student athlete finally qualifies for the state cross-country championships? As best as can be told by the record, no Pennsauken High School female has ever qualified for the prestigious event run at the infamous Homedale course in North Jersey. At the recent Shore Coaches Invitational, held at that same Homedale course, Brianna attacked the bowl, a quarter-mile hill set at 45 degrees or more at the 1.5-mile mark. The hilly course did not deter the junior cross-country standout from grabbing a 6th-place medal. At the Cross Country Fall Classic held at Thompson Park in Jamesburg and on the same course to be used for the sectional qualifier, Brianna ran 19 minutes 35 seconds to finish 12th. Coach Phil Zimmerman feels that Brianna is ranked number 8 or number 9 in the Central Jersey competition, can qualify, so let's all keep Brianna in our thoughts as she tries to become the first female state cross-country qualifier. The plans began 9 months before the day, and participation ran high as the day neared, with Pennsauken High School graduates of 1974 beaming with excitement for their 40th reunion on Saturday, October 4th. The morning began with a ceremonial unveiling of 2 new scoreboards in the Pennsauken High School gymnasium. The class of 74 presented a check for $10,750 earlier in the fall to purchase the scoreboards. Class President Dan Finelli, an Annapolis graduate and Delta pilot, was the main impetus to the much-needed scoreboards. After the ceremony, alumni gathered under 2 large tents to socialize, take pictures, and enjoy stories of long ago. Over 70 alumni were in attendance to support the Big Red football team versus Williamstown and to share in the food and refreshments provided. Also in attendance was a large contingent from the 1980 Big Red football team, which also made a $400 contribution to the football team and All Sports Boosters Club. The alumni were under the two carnival tents and had fun while the PHS cheerleading squad was dancing, gyrating, and jumping for joy. The young ladies wore black and pink for cheering for a cure at the home football game that day. Ever mindful of breast cancer and its effect on the lives of so many women, coaches Nicole DeCesso had the team wear black, laced in pink, and set up at the front gate to pass out information. The cheerleaders were able to collect $200 for breast cancer research. The annual Ruddero Cup Soccer Extravaganza is right around the corner. The Indians will host Camden Catholic in the 30th edition of this well-attended event scheduled for Saturday evening, November 1st, girls at 5, followed by the boys at 7. The games will be played at the Westfield Avenue PYA Soccer Complex. If you want to keep up with all the athletic happenings, the school district website is the place to be, www.pensauken.net. Thank you, and have a great one. Go Big Red.